Welcome to day 16. Oh, look at me go. 2 days in a row again. Lies.
Lies, lies.
2 days in a row, you dumb bitch.
Oh my god, what a stupid bitch. What a stupid bitch she is.
It's the 17th. This didn't get finished yesterday because I didn't feel like doing a voiceover at home and being locked in a room to do it, okay? I wanted to hang out with my husband and my dogs. So it's going up today. I don't know what the attitude is today, guys. I am so sorry. Today, again, just some fun-ass Christmas nail art. And I'm calling this set, this design, you know, like classic, not traditional Christmas, not traditional, classic Christmas. You know, red, green, Santa, snowflakes, glitter, classic Christmas. I am in a mood today, apparently. Classic Christmas. Lights, Santas, snowflakes. So I hope you enjoy. Give it a thumbs up if you do enjoy it. You can subscribe. All sorts of shit going on in December. Yeah. Now let's jump into the nail art. What do you say?
Wow, okay, that was an intro. So, starting off this classic nail art set using Fusion's Red 105 and their color brush. I'm using those because they're brand new to me. I just got them a few days ago. Also, is this not the perfect Christmas red or what? So, I'm starting with the middle nail because I knew exactly what I wanted to do. So, painting it red. So now I'm taking my Ugly Duckling Detailer number 2 brush and some white gel paint, and I'm painting a straight line down the nail. You can absolutely use a striper brush if you prefer. I don't like striper brushes. I have a hard time with them. That's a me problem. Anyway, I wanted to paint a thick-ish, but not like crazy thick line down the front of the nail. And once I'm happy with that white line, I'm going to cure it. Then I'm going to take a dotting tool and black gel paint, and I'm just going to dot black dots down the line. If you haven't figured it out yet, this is a Santa Claus. And these are his buttons. Once those dots are finished and cured, I'm taking the same detailer brush and the same gel paint, black gel paint, and I am just painting a belt across the middle of the nail. Luckily, these two dots just sort of happen to work the distance that I wanted them to be in the area I wanted to be, so I just sort of used them to line up the belt. Just paint a black line across. That's really all we need to do. And then once I fill in that complete black belt, I'm going to cure it. And then I'm going to take a large dotting tool and the white gel paint, and I'm just going to make some fluffy dots at the bottom, like it was like, you know, the fluff on his jacket. And then once I get that laid down, I'm going to take the detailer brush and just clean up the fluff. bottom fluff turned out so cute that I decided he needed a little bit of collar fluff. So I'm just going in with a detailer brush and putting a little bit of collar fluff up at the top. And once I'm happy with all of the fluff, I'm going to cure it. And then once it's cured, I'm going to take Swagger from the Glitterbell's Unbelievable gel, which I realized I had been pronouncing wrong this whole time. I've just been calling it Unbelievable. It's Unbelievable. Duh. Anyway, I am just painting a belt buckle on the black stripe. So I started off just painting the 3 sides of the belt buckle and then putting the like belt hole pokey part in, but it looked too much like an E. So I ended up closing off the 4th side and it turned out perfect. Beautiful. Let's pop that in the lamp to cure. Alright, so on to the thumb and the pinky. This is the weird thing. When I'm doing sets like this, just for content that people aren't going to wear, I like the thumb and the pinky to match. When I'm working on human beings, that's not always my favorite look. I just wanted to throw that out there. Anyway, I'm using Ivory from Fusion because it is a nice milky white. So I'm just putting down a nice thin layer of that on the thumb and the pinky, and then I'm going to cure them. So now I am just mixing together a little bit of top coat and some white glitters from Glitter Mix Canada, just to create that, you know, snowfall glittery look. If you have the Fusion special effects top coaty things, the matte ones, you can get this look using those. I do not have those at this moment, and they were out of my budget to get this order. So I'm just gonna make my own. And then I'm just going to take my sparkles brush and apply it all over the nail so that it is evenly dispersed. Moving on to the ring and index fingers, I am just taking my Fusion foil gel and applying that to both of the nails and then curing those. I apologize if you can hear, like, you know, chit chatter in the background and whatnot. I'm doing the voiceover at work and we are open, and there is a client here who thinks everybody wants to hear her life story. So I apologize. So while the foil gel cures, I'm just going to prep the foils. So I'm just going to take them out of the tubes, cut the length I need, and I'm going to just sort of cleanse the back, making sure there's, you know, no oils or dust or anything on the back side of the foils, just to make sure they stick really good. So the red nail, I started from the center and tried to work my way out. And in doing so, I found I had a lot more sparse pieces and missing pieces. So I just went over with the foil and tried to cover those. I then went over with a second coat of foil gel, especially in the bare areas, just to get them covered with the foil, obviously. And obviously working on tips like this is way different than working on a human being. They kind of bend and move and want to pop off the base. So working on a human being with foils is much easier. So I'm just going to pop the red foil nail into the lamp, and then I'm going to get started on the green foil nail. So for this nail, I started at the edges because that's where I had the most difficult time. Went up toward the cuticle, still kind of had a difficult time up there because it is curved, and then went over the front of the nail. And I had a lot easier time doing it that way, starting at the edges and working my way in, as opposed to trying to get the entire nail covered in one go. It's just not easy, especially on these tips. But again, I'm going in with a second coat of foil gel, especially in the sparse areas, to make sure that it is a full foil nail. And then obviously I'm just going back in with the foil on the second coat, covering those sparse areas for both colors, the red and the green. If this isn't classic Christmas, I don't know what is. So I'm using that same white glitter mixture that we made earlier for the snowy nails, and I'm just gonna add these onto the foil nails. Now that the base for all of the nails is complete, I am going to top coat them all in a matte top coat because I want to add more nail art. And now I am using this clear jelly stamper plate, CJS C16. It is the most adorable little Christmas plate ever. And on the snowy nail, so the thumb and the pinky, I'm using those Christmas light stamps. So on the pinky nail, I'm going to use the smaller size light cord thing. And I'm going to just keep repeating the same stamp, just turning it around in different directions so that it looks like a string of lights all swirly, whirly, durly down the nail. So on the thumbnail, I'm using the larger size light cord thing because the nail is larger. Although I'm kind of wishing I used the larger one on the pinky one as well, regardless. So I'm doing the exact same thing, but I'm starting at the bottom, and I think I only do two or three stamps of this on the thumbnail, just sort of like So instead of painting the lights or stamping the lights, I'm using these cute little stone crystal guys. So I'm just going to put a matte top coat over the entire nail, and I'm just going to adhere it with the top coat because nobody's going to be wearing these. If somebody were wearing them, I would be using the Ugly Duckling Shtick It, but nobody's wearing them, so I'm just going to use the top coat. So I'm just going to apply them using this little wax picker-upper guy, and I'm just going to place them right where the, plug bit thing is, and I'm trying to alternate green and red, and it doesn't work out perfectly. I'm just trying not to have too many greens next to each other, too many reds next to each other. And I'm going to do the exact same thing on the pinky. Top coat it with a matte top coat and use the little rhinestoney guys as the lights. This is the reason I wish I used the larger size cords, because the rhinestones fit perfectly into where they're supposed to fit as lights. And on this one I found they looked a little bit big, but yeah, it's fine. It's fine. So back to the foil nails. I am using a dotting tool. This one's like a medium-sized one. You can use whatever size you want. And I'm using a white gel paint, and I am making a dot in the middle, 2 dots above it, 2 dots below it, 2 dots to the left, 2 dots to the right. Then I'm gonna take my Ugly Duckling detailer brush and I'm gonna dip it in the same gel paint, and I'm very lightly going to drag a line from the center dot down, from the center dot up, from the center dot left, center dot right. Then I'm just going to paint nice thin lines in between the ones we already created. So once the snowflake is complete, but before we cure it, I'm going in with the Glitterbels Mystical Glitter in Fine, and I am sugaring the hell out of this snowflake. So as you can see, I pile some up, I knock it off, I pile some up, I knock it off. I really want to make sure that that glitter is absorbing into the gel before I pop it into the lamp. And I'm going to do the exact same thing on the green nail, except on the other side and a little bit lower down. And then, once they are cured, the best part is dusting off all the extra glitter and revealing your beautiful little snowflake. Okay, so at the very last minute, I decided that I wanted these buttons to be gold studs instead of just black. So I'm just taking a little bit of matte top coat on my palette and my Ugly Duckling detailer brush, and I'm just painting over that white stripe with the buttons, and I'm just going to use my wax picker-upper guy on the little gold studs, and I'm going to pop them on. I started just above the belt, and I'm going to cure that, and then I'm going to do below the belt. And those are my classic Christmas nails.
All right, sweet angel babies. That's what my grandma calls me. That is everything for today's video. Let me know what you think of this set of nails, this design. Would you wear it? Would you not wear it? Do you know somebody who would wear it? You know, those sort of things. Let me know down below. And don't forget, you know, the same. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to subscribe. And I will see you tomorrow, probably. Maybe the next day, but you know, tomorrow. Bye.